Hey, what's up, classic TV fans? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about I Dream of Jeannie, more specifically about the episode with guest star Sammy Davis Jr. Now, before we get into that, I'm going to give away the entire first season of I Dream of Jeannie on DVD to a lucky winner free of charge, and I'll let you know how you can win. Make sure to watch the entire video to know all the details. Now, I have over 1,500 videos in my whole Rick9G collection, so make sure to look at the playlists and browse around. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. In regards to what happened in this episode, let me know down below if you've seen this episode and what you think of it, if you think it's pretty funny or not. Now, in this one, it comes from season 2, it's episode 23. Now, after Tony can't get Sammy Davis Jr. for General Peterson's party, Jeannie has something up her sleeve. She helps him out by duplicating Sammy so that he can be in two places at once. Now, the episode itself was called The World's Greatest Entertainer, and it opens up with Jeannie being very determined to get Tony on the entertainment committee for General Peterson's 10th anniversary celebration party. Now, Tony believes that Miami is the proper place to find plenty of stars, and he selects who, of all people, the Rat Pack member Sammy Davis Jr. as the one to ask. Now, unfortunately, Roger, who always spoils things, he's the one who spills the beans to Dr. Bellows. Now, he admits that the General's favorite entertainer is Sammy. Now, the bad news is that Sammy is booked for 2 shows a night, unable to be in 2 places at once, until Jeannie realizes this, and she says, well, I can do something about this. Sammy gets plenty of screen time, in fact, in this episode. You can see him rehearsing the song The Girl from Ipanema in his hotel room in Miami. After Jeannie duplicates Sammy, he sings that old black magic on behalf of General Peterson, who doesn't realize that he's dealing with the duplicate Sammy. It's pretty funny if you ask me. Now, what was the issue? What was the drama that almost made Sammy Davis Jr. walk off the set of I Dream of Jeannie? Now, let me tell you, he was an inch away from doing so, and this rendition comes from Bob Palmer. Now, he's a veteran film and TV publicist who was actually present in a lot of the filming and in between the filming of this episode of I Dream of Jeannie. Now, he recounts that Sidney Sheldon was the one who was able to get Sammy Davis for this episode, and that's really important. He was a creator of the show, and he had a lot of pull with many celebrities in Hollywood. Now, he recounts how Sammy brought his dad and uncle and his entire entourage on the set of I Dream of Jeannie, and he concludes that his performance was pretty good. He had a lot of energy, he was very gregarious, as well as pretty much everyone liked him on set. He was pretty easygoing, and he did continue with his self-deprecation. Like, there's an example where they noted where Bob said, okay, we finished with the black and white, now let's do some color. And Sammy responded, all right, are you gonna do and start with some of this racial stuff? Now, that was part of his persona. That's kind of the stuff that was done and was said by him at that time. So it's nothing new. It was his quote-unquote racial setups that he did. And he did this for a laugh. Now, when Bob left, he came back later on in the afternoon in between filming of the episode, as I mentioned, and he said the tension on set was palpable. It was very uncomfortable between all the actors, Sammy, even Barbara Eden and Larry Hagman, who of course played Major Nelson. Now, he wanted to find out, well, what happened? Well, apparently Sammy was ready to walk. He was ready to leave set, but someone saved that from happening. That was, yes, Barbara Eden herself. Now, he had gotten mad, that is Sammy, and it turned out that it was Larry Hagman who kind of instigated something, but many people say they're not really sure what it was. At least maybe it wasn't revealed or wasn't made known to this rendition of Bob Palmer. Now, Barbara actually went into her dressing room, got Sammy in there, they closed the door, and they had a long talk. When Sammy came out, he said, okay, I'll stick around, let's finish the job. So Barbara was the one who smoothed things over. Now, I have to note that I love Larry Hagman. I love Barbara Eden. I think that Sammy Davis Jr. is a wonderful entertainer and from all renditions, a great guy. But sometimes, remember, people just don't get along. Sometimes personalities don't match. Larry Hagman was known as being a very blunt, rough personality with a lot of shenanigans on set. I'll leave it at that. So it wasn't unusual for something like this to happen at some point. But what was good, and I think that's one of the reasons why I made this video, is to note that everything was fixed in the end in the name of the episode, in the name of this art that they're doing, creating this TV show and leaving us with this episode. Now, could you notice any tension on set when watching the episode? I would love to see your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Now, I know a lot of you want to know how to win the I Dream of Jeannie Season 1 episodes. I think it's such a wonderful thing to be able to give back to all of you who support me in such a special way. First of all, you have to be a subscriber to the channel. Many people watch the channel all the time and support, but don't realize that the biggest way that you can support my channel is by hitting the subscribe button and the like button, which is the thumbs up button as well. It's absolutely free and it goes a long way to keep myself basically on YouTube, to tell the algorithm that, hey, this channel is worth watching. Now, in the comments below, you have to leave a comment with the word feud, F-E-U-D, and write anything else that you'd like. As long as the word feud is in there, then you will be eligible for the giveaway. And lastly, in the description of this video, just right below it, there's an arrow. Click on it. You'll see the top link in the description. Click on that. Just give me a little bit of information about yourself so that you can be eligible on the list for the giveaway. As long as you do all of those things, subscribe, thumbs up, comment with feud, as well as the information, bit of information, those 4 things, you are eligible for the giveaway. I'll pick a random person and I'll send it to you free of charge once everyone enters the giveaway. I'll announce it on YouTube. Thank you so much for the support. As always, good luck to everyone, and most importantly, be hopeful. Thank you to everyone for the support, especially my Diamond tier patrons: Citizen Kane 359, David D, Greg S, Kevin K, Ricky, Sally N, Ulysses the P, and Vito L. If you want to join the Patreon family, links are in the description. Thank you.